hate, it's alright. Oh, okay, all my cars paid off, some houses too. I can never get laid off, I don't know about you. I get weed by the pound and I don't even smoke. Bitches crazy, y'all can't faze me. I know y'all just want my baby. I got $100,000 in the booth right now. Okay, I'm cool with the legends, I'll call Snoop right now. This is T-Raw 2, I don't need no labels. Kanye told me on the phone, congrats on selling out staples. All because I stayed me against all odds. If a rapper talking crazy, we gon' test his jaw. That's just part of being great, love comes with the hate, it's alright. Oh, okay, all my cars paid off, some houses too. I can never get laid off, I don't know about you. I get weed by the pound and I don't even smoke. Bitches crazy, y'all can't faze me. I know y'all just want my baby.
Yo, 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 what is goody? Can y'all see me? Y'all see me? Where am I at? There we go. What is goody? How we doing? How we feeling? What's up, QC? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me turn this music off. How we feeling? Sheesh. Let's go. I'm the guys. Man. It is 6:01. It is Wednesday, December 9th, guys. Sheesh, I'm appreciative of all you guys who are here today. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yo, drop some ones in the chat if you're feeling good. I appreciate all y'all. Appreciate you, Caesar. Who's going to Miami this weekend? Who's going to Miami? Who am I going to see in Miami? Had to get fresh, had to freshen up. We don't do it often, but when we do, we do it right. Crypto Talks, you already know, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Guys, I'm excited for you guys. I'm definitely recording tonight's session. This one's going to be a super saucy one. We got a small crowd, but man, I appreciate all you guys for being here. We're going to just go right into it, guys. Like, Ethereum is literally one of my favorite projects in the whole space. And what they're building, I dropped a little bar on it last week. They're building the internet 3.0, right? And so we're going to be diving in today. I'm going to be showing you just kind of like how I do my research. I have a bunch of articles and a bunch of storylines to go over about why I really think Ethereum going forward is going to be a huge big deal, honestly. So let's pull up the screen, guys. Let's get into it. With no further ado, let's start talking money, guys. You're not supposed to talk about money, but literally that's my favorite thing to talk about. So let's do it, guys. I was just on Coinbase, putting my new computer on there. All right, guys. So let's bust it out. We're going to go through the same things we do every week. We got to go through, see what Bitcoin has done since you've been on the call last week. And as we can see, that weekly candle printing out this week, we were in the middle of this candle last week on the call. This last week, we've seen price drop down here. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not freaking out. You shouldn't be either. Right, yeah, we're sitting at 18,000. A lot of people are saying, when moon? When is it going to go to 20,000? I want to bring up something from the past Bitcoin charts that might actually help you guys. It's kind of giving me my bias of what I expect going forward, and what we're seeing here, guys, is we're seeing daily structure, still the highs right here, lows right here, higher highs right here, right? And so even on daily time frame, we still have this significant level to wait to see, if we do actually get that price break beneath there with the close, right, with the close of the candle, then we could continue to expect more bearish movement. But until that, there's no reason to be worried at all. Even if that does happen, right, it's just a temporary pullback in the larger scheme of things, right? So let's bring it down even here to the 4-hour. And so you guys, there's been a lot of day trading opportunities here on Bitcoin. Go ahead and test out the previous highs and lows, guys, and look for those order blocks. Trust me, guys, you'll find lots and lots of opportunities, but these guys aren't really necessarily about day trading, right? They're about learning about the market, understanding it. And I was on a really, really good session today with Jason Brown. If you guys aren't on his sessions, y'all are sleeping out. That man Not only one of the creators of the company, one of the founders, right? One of the people that have been there. I call him a founder because he's been there since day one, but the man is now a DCX educator. You already know, right? And I also heard that he just popped over 7 figures in his crypto portfolio. And he was talking today about just the different types of people who are in crypto, right? And there's 3 different types. I'm not going to go too deep into this because if you want to get down the info, go in Jason's session. But he talks about 3 types. There's 1, the people who are building a portfolio, right? There's 2, the people who are exchange trading, who are exchanging coins that are low for coins that are high, and vice versa. And then there's the people who are margin trading, trading crypto on MT4, right? I really have always primarily been focused on number 1. And that's what these sessions are about, guys. These sessions are about getting you the information to give you the confidence that allows you to build a portfolio in this market, that allows you to build a collection of assets that, yes, are going to appreciate over time. And that's the thing about, I want you to understand here with crypto, these are assets. Meaning, when you buy a house, and let's say the housing market goes down in a recession, right, and the value of your house becomes less, it might be what you consider undervalued. You still have that underlying asset. So you're not worried because you understand one day the market will recover, and so will the price of your house. And the same thing applies here in crypto when you're building a portfolio of assets in this industry. You need to understand that over time, yes, they will appreciate and depreciate, but we're not really looking for those small price movements. We're looking to build these portfolios to accumulate our wealth and appreciate our assets over the long term, right? Which is why we also employ strategies like dollar cost averaging. Again, I talked about those concepts lots and lots and lots in the past. So if you want some more information on those, just let me know. But going forward with the Bitcoin, guys, I'm not bearish here at Bitcoin, but I'm not also entirely bullish, right? We've seen price really slow down here and struggle getting to this $20,000 level. And I wanna before I don't even really have much more analysis for you guys, because like I said, we're just looking at this long time frame. I'm going to put this $20,000 level here. But as you can see here, we're just not quite getting, even had a body even close to $20,000 yet, right? And so we got into 20K and now we're sitting here. We've been sitting here for a while, right? I want to pull you back all the way back the last time we broke all-time highs, right? I'm going to pull you back the last time that we came up on all-time highs and what happened, because that's history is a great predictor of the future, right? And so the last time that we had an all-time high, it was right here, right? Whoops, wrong tool. Sorry, guys. I wanted to put the horizontal array. There we go. This is the last all-time high that we had. And when we came up to retest the previous all-time high, look how long that we stayed up in this range for. We got up here in January 1st, January 4th, January 3rd of 2017, and we didn't break out of this range even until April. So the last time we got to the all-time high, it took us 4 months to break that range and to continue going, sending us into the bull market of 2017, right? And so if history were to repeat itself, guys, I'm chilling. We're chilling right here. I honestly think we are big chilling at these levels here from 20 to 15,000. I wouldn't expect significant price movement to be coming into the market within the next 2 weeks or even month, right? I could be wrong, right? But if history repeat itself, I honestly just expect something like this. Maybe we flirt with it, maybe we break above it. And that will be the thing that to watch for is when we finally get that break above 20,000. But honestly, I could see that playing over. Let's widen this out here. See, all the way out here, even to March, right? I could see that consolidation happening just because that's what's happened in the past, just because of the sentiment of the market. We've had such strong price push since September, so people are still taking profits, right? There's going to be more selling pressure because we're not parabolic. We've slowed the rundown a little bit, right? But all we're doing is reaccumulating, rebuilding back up for what? For that next run. So I really do believe, yes, I would not expect crazy price movements in Bitcoin. What I'm going to be waiting for, again, is to get that break of 20,000. And then even if we do pull back all the way up to here, that's going to be the key indicator for me to lead when we're going to get out of this accumulation cycle and make that next leg up. And so it's like the same thing that happened back here. Look at how when we finally did break the significant level, which was about 1,100, 1,200 back then, how we came back, right? How we got stuck here. Look at this accumulation. That's what I'm going to be looking for going forward. And like I said, on daily time frame, we are still so bullish. Weekly time frame, I mean, your low that you have to worry about for daily for weekly structure is not even till here, right? And so anything of pulling back even a little bit within this range, I'm cool with. Honestly, I'm so cool with, and you should be too. Like I said, we're building our assets and our portfolios long term. So even something like this, nah, that's fine with me. Right, but I really do expect some consolidation for at least a couple, like at least a month or two more, right? Before if we are going to break that and go higher, right? Which is what I'm anticipating. So that's my Bitcoin outlook. Hopefully that gives you guys some reassurance. Maybe some of you guys who are new into Bitcoin, into building your portfolio, you bought at 20,000, you're like, shit, I'm already down. Like, hold on, guys, hold on. That's why they call it hodl. I've been hodling since 2017. That's what you do in Bitcoin and crypto. You buy, you hold on, you don't fucking sell. Right. So what we're gonna get into today, what today's call is about. Actually, before we do that, before we dive into ETH, I want to go over just a little bit of quick news here, as we always do, about just the market as a whole. Billionaire Ray Dalio, guys, Bridgewater, one of the biggest firms in the fucking world when it comes to money management. Ray Dalio, one of the biggest, most well-known investors, right up there with Warren Buffett. You know, he was on passing the record saying Bitcoin was a bubble, right? And in a previous Ask Me Anything he did on Reddit, he mentioned it to being similar to gold and being it similar to alternative investment or a hedge, you know, to inflation, things like that. You know, and so that's huge. That is huge. One of the biggest money managers in the world. So something like that about Bitcoin, especially after what he said in the past, that is huge news, guys, from the market. So most of the news we're going to see, guys, is is going to be bullish. Like there's no reason to not be in crypto, which is why I always give you guys the news, the updates right after we do the price analysis, because I think this is more important, honestly. BitPay has become filed to become the first federally regulated U.S. bank with obviously crypto payments, right? They filed to become a national bank in the U.S. So they're going through the traditional means of achieving certification to be a bank, I guess you would say. Even though in crypto world, it's kind of funny, you can do that without the government, and that's the whole point. But certain companies and certain startups are saying, hey, you know, there's needs to be this merger between, you know, the previous this world, you know, the regulated world of everything controlled and established by government, and this crazy wild west of the crypto, which, you know, people are sketched out by because there is no government over regulation. So there are companies out there like BitPay that are saying, okay, you know, what's going to be that bridge between the two, you know? So I think this is just generally great news for the market. And it's just helping one thing, which is adoption, right? More news, MicroStrategy. They're raising another $550 million to do what? To buy more Bitcoin. They already bought $400 million worth of Bitcoin earlier this year. That play is up about 80%, I believe, right now. So this company basically is turning themselves into an ETF, which is an exchange traded fund. Basically, their whole company is, I mean, they're just buying Bitcoin. They're raising money to buy Bitcoin, and they're offering shares. You can read into that. You can read into how they pay out for just that company if you want to get into that. But again, huge news. I saw a ridiculous number. They have now 40,000 Bitcoin. Just one company, right? And then two more articles. The last one's really funny. Congress people tell Treasury to back off rumored self-host wallet ban. So this last week, there was a big article that came out, big news that came out that the U.S. government was looking to regulate self-hosted wallets. You know how we talk about you need to take your crypto off of Coinbase and put it in your own wallet? That's what they want to ban. They want to ban the ability for you to own your own assets. And what they really want to ban is they really want to ban DeFi and the ability for you to exchange your assets openly and freely without there being intermediary, without there being a record, without all that being tracked. And so they want to do that. Why? Because it's a big threat to their system of control of finance, right? But doing so would be very dangerous to Americans, and people are honestly going to work around it. And so there's been some pushback. This is what this article is about. There's been some pushback by people saying this is a really bad legislation for crypto. This would prevent people from doing. The real issue here is self-hosted wallets are useful for all sorts of blockchain applications, like having your own wallet, right, with your own keys, which allows you to do what? The ability to move a token without a bank, without them, right? So they want to lock that down. They want to control it. Obviously, they want to have it within their centralized system. So this is going to be an ongoing thing, guys. I just want to update you on that. And then this is really funny. This isn't real news, but Bitstamp apologizes after posting a report calling XRP toxic waste. Oh, what? I'm not the only one who makes XRP, guys. But let's get into it now. Here's what you all came for: Ethereum, right? So, guys, for all you guys who are here, whoa, let's go. I appreciate you guys for being here. Drop it in the chat, like what you guys have heard what Ethereum is. What is Ethereum? What is Ethereum, guys? I want to hear what your take on Ethereum is. You can drop it anything. Like, where do you think it's going? What do you think it is? What do you think it's doing? Drop it in the comments for me. What do you guys think Ethereum is? I heard it was second to Bitcoin. You are right. In terms of market capitalization, that is true. And we go to the top coin market cap here. Look at the different coins. Look at the cryptocurrencies in the world here. Number 2 is Ethereum, right? Number 2 is Ethereum with a market cap worth $64 billion. Is that it, guys? Is that it, guys? You guys are the most out of these sessions by participating. What do you guys think Ethereum is? I think you guys are scared because sometimes I ask you guys a comment and I shit on you guys. So maybe y'all are scared or something. I don't know. What do you guys think Ethereum is? Come on, somebody out there knows it. I know there's a lot of smart people on this call that have been in crypto. What is Ethereum, guys? Enlighten me. It's a my chat is lagging. It's a foundation for applicable uses of the blockchain, smart contracts. Brady probably Googled that. You're savage though, Brady. I love you. That is entirely true. Enlighten you. Yes, that's what we're here to do, right? Ethereum. If like you've been in crypto, there's no way you haven't heard about Ethereum, right? It might be the second cryptocurrency that most people learn about when it comes to crypto. I didn't Google that. That was a really good answer, though. It might be the second crypto you've ever heard about. When you heard about Bitcoin, and then you're like, "Are there more?" And they're like, "Yes, there's lots of them. There's actually almost 8,000 of them." You can see right up here, right? And the biggest one next to Bitcoin is Ethereum. Ethereum is what is called an altcoin. Altcoins are any alternative coins. Any coins that are not Bitcoin are altcoins. So every other coin is an altcoin. Ethereum is the king of altcoins. Why? Well, I also said in the call in the description today that we're going to be doing a little bit of live research, right? So I'm going to be able to show you one thing. Coin market cap here, guys. You can learn so much on this website, not just seeing the big board of what cryptos are, what they're worth, what they're trading at, but just scroll down here and you can read up exactly what Ethereum is, right? This is a great place to start research on any single project. It's like a Wikipedia. Shouldn't be taken as the truth and cited in a paper, but it is the source of info where you're like, okay, get an idea of something and then go look for it, right? Altcoins are anything that's not Bitcoin, yes. So Ethereum, this is the number 2 altcoin. And a big reason why it's considered the king of altcoins, in my opinion, is because a lot of other altcoins are actually built on top of Ethereum. Something we're going to get more to in the future, right? And we're going to get into that here. So we're doing some live research here today. I'm going to be filling in the gaps just with this previous research I've done. I have some articles, some huge news about Ethereum, really giving you the bullish case for this year going forward. And we're going to do I'm going to move this back to the end, do a little price analysis of Ethereum, where we think we can see it going. But Ethereum, is a decentralized open blockchain system, features its own cryptocurrency called ETH, right? So Ethereum is the blockchain itself, the network. ETH is the token that is issued on it, right? ETH was created by Vitalik Buterin. If you guys don't know who this guy is, he's oh man, he just reminds me so much of, not like a Zuckerberg, but kind of, just one of those people that's like, damn, this dude's super smart and he built some genius shit and like it's gonna be worth a lot of money. Like, yeah. Ethereum, I think this guy Vitalik, the guy who built Ethereum, he built it in 2013, right? It said, I don't have all these things memorized. It was first described in 2013 white paper. So Vitalik today is 26. So 6 years ago he made this. So he made this when he was 20 years old, right? That's where I say like that, just that wonder kid kind of thing. This guy is a literal genius. He was one of the first. He actually wrote one of the first Bitcoin magazines way back in the day. And then he basically decided that, like, I see Bitcoin. I think it's really cool. I think having decentralized financial network with a native assets that holds value on a network that's very secure. He's like, wow, great idea, right? But what if we could add some more features to it? When we could add some more functionality to it? What if we could make it almost like smart money, start to add rules and things? And so he didn't come up with, right? Smart contracts were definitely a thing before him, but he was the one who built the Ethereum platform along with a bunch of other crazy engineers. Charles Hoskinson, if you guys are into Cardano, you know that name, right? And there's a bunch of other people who have worked on this project in the past, and it is one of the most worked on projects to this date, right? And so basically what they did is he decided, okay, smart contracts. What are smart contracts? Smart contracts are, instead of us just having a Bitcoin network with, us to send currency, what if we could put rules on our Bitcoin transaction, right? What if I made a smart contract for an Uber Eats delivery, right? And so I put my Bitcoin in the contract, you're going to provide the service, but you don't get the Bitcoin from me until you provide the service. In the smart contract, you could write in rules of actually knowing when the service has been provided and then for the contract to execute, right? And so smart contracts, all they are putting rules onto when money can exchange or not. So think of like real estate contracts, right? A bunch of rules and stipulations for money and all these different things. So most sorts of financial instruments are very complicated with those things, car loans, student loans, mortgages, all these sorts of things are contracts, right? And so Ethereum has had the great idea of like, yo, why do we have to have intermediaries and people that like run these contracts and verify them when we could just do it on a computer? We could do it virtually, right? We can make virtual smart contracts with digital currencies. How can you make a smart contract? Message Austin Dennison. They've been building smart contracts in our chat for a good amount of time now. You build it with like you build any other computer program. You build it with code. You have to write the code. You have to design it. You have to tell it what you want to do, what you want the outcome to be. But I see this as, right, and I'm not a person that knows how to write a Ethereum smart contract. Doesn't mean I don't need to be able to understand that it's very, very valuable, right? And so you can look into this and read into it right here. Ethereum has pioneered the concept of a smart blockchain smart contract platform. Smart contracts are computer programs that automatically execute the actions necessary to fulfill an agreement between several parties on the internet. They were designed to reduce the need for trusted intermediaries between contractors, thus reducing transaction costs while also increasing transaction reliability. So guys, this doesn't just apply to, I think the biggest application we're seeing on crypto right now, and what I'm most excited about in the whole crypto market is what Ethereum is doing with exactly that, with these smart contracts and removing intermediaries, right? And they're doing that in finance. It's called DeFi, right? Most of DeFi is built on Ethereum's platform. And so that's what's cool about Ethereum, is that in addition to smart contracts, Ethereum's blockchain is able to host other cryptocurrencies called tokens through the use of its ERC20 effect. So most tokens you look up like USD, Link, BNB, you look at Aave, you look at these tokens, a lot of them are ERC20 tokens. Tether is an ERC20 token. Look at, here's your Ethereum contract. Oh, they have a Charm contract, so I have a TRC20 token. It was available, right? So you can build different applications on top of Ethereum, like Aave, a decentralized loaning place, right? You could build Chainlink, a decentralized Oracle. You could build all these decentralized things on top of Ethereum. You can build games on top of Ethereum. A really famous one they built in the past was called CryptoKitties. So basically, other coins can build on top of the ETH blockchain and create a real estate token that has all the contracts written. I'm not quite sure if that, like, the real estate verbiage would be the best way to describe it. It's like basically Ethereum built a smart contract machine, and you can build any sort of application on top of that, right? So if you wanted to build, like, there's so many examples of ERC20 projects, just like dive into that world, you guys yourself, like, and just that's why Ethereum is so cool. And the point here, my objective tonight is to open your eyes to the world of what Ethereum could be and what it already is like becoming. It's crazy how many people are building insane things on Ethereum. It's not just that Ethereum is so cool, it's that they've created a world that can allow for so much more development and so much more things to be built on. I think a really great way to compare this would be to like iOS, like the Apple apps, like the Apple operating software. It's like that is so much value because it allows people to build things on top of it, right? And there's other versions of phone operating software, right? You have Android, right? And there's other versions of Ethereum. You have Cardano, you have Polkadot, right? But this is basically the biggest and the best so far. The most people worked on it, the most reputation, the biggest reputation, the most amount of value, the most amount of press, the most amount of network, the most amount of exposure, the most amount of usage. It's the biggest smart contract platform in crypto. And crypto is really, really, if you're just brand new to the idea of smart contracts, it's a huge idea. So like I encourage you to look into that on your own, because smart contracts will change how we do everything. They will eliminate a lot of businesses. They will eliminate a lot of intermediaries, right? And I think the banks are the first one. DeFi is already doing that. You can loan and send money decentrally. You can trade decentrally on Ethereum, on Uniswap, right? Uniswap's another example built on Ethereum. Like you don't like Ethereum's gonna be like, that's why I say it's like the backbone of Internet 3.0, because crypto and smart contracts allow us to do so many things on the internet, like create businesses, create companies, create distributed networks that can do all these awesome things, create all this value without the need for a company, without the need for brick and mortar, right? So Ethereum to me is that background, is that framework that allows that whole thing to work, because without Ethereum, none of this works. And that's why, guys, my portfolio, I'm fully transparent with you guys on these calls. I'm primarily invested in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I used to be about 70% into Bitcoin, about 20% ETH, 10% altcoins. I've actually moved down my Bitcoin to by about 55% about this point, and moved up to my Ethereum to be about a good 35%. Ethereum is something I'm super, super valuable. Like I'm super, super interested in. And I'm also going to be going over you guys next just about the like what's happening right now in the world of Ethereum and how much like press and interest is becoming in this project. But I want to just make sure you guys have a great fundamental understanding of it. So Brady, I appreciate your contracts. I can tell you're getting a lot of value out of this. ETH is the backbone of crypto banking. Well, crypto is basically, banking, but ETH is the current backbone of DeFi. There are other platforms that support DeFi, like Tron, Cardano is catching up. They just launched smart contracts. Polkadot in the future wants to be it. But if you go look at most of these projects, Raft, Bitcoin, Ethereum contract, right? You can tell if it's built on Ethereum if it has an Ethereum contract. You can go look at almost every single one of these. I think on DeFi Pulse, it actually will tell you which ones are built in Ethereum and which ones are not. Almost all, all of the top DeFi apps are built on what? Ethereum. Let's see how far we have to go to find one that's not built on Ethereum. Lightning. Well, this is an application built on Bitcoin, right? Lightning, Bitcoin. But yeah, all of DeFi is built on Ethereum. So that is what you can say is a fact. Banking, that's like more too like specific, but I know Tron is trying to build a DeFi ecosphere as well, but not that many people build apps on Tron. And that's why like these other smart contract platforms, I'm definitely looking out for them. There's a few up there in the top 10. Cardano is one of those, but they, like I said, they just launched smart contract platforms like the other month. Ethereum has been running smart contracts for years, so they're so far behind. Polkadot as well, they just launched. Stellar actually even has a smart contract platform involved with theirs. So there's a few other companies, projects that are trying to do the exact same thing that Ethereum is. Tron is one of those, with their own little twists, right? But just know that to sum up what Ethereum is, maybe Ethereum's website will help me. It's I'm going to take you now just through some articles and some more information. To sum it up, what Ethereum really is, guys, it's they have what's called something called the Ethereum virtual machine, the EVM. And that is what runs all these smart contracts, which is basically like, think of it like the playground for everyone to build cool crypto dApps, to build apps, and they're building them on what? Ethereum. So Ethereum is a big, big, big deal, right? That's the best, that's the easiest way you can put it. Ethereum is a global open source platform for decentralized applications. It's huge. It's like a world computer, right? And I don't want to like sidetrack and get into like the technicalities of how it works and stuff. And we will talk about that with a little bit when I talk about like the upgrade they just did. But I'm just showing you guys these resources for you to go and look for yourself, right? You just go to ethereum.org, start reading, read about what is ETH, how does it work, right? You can look into here, the foundation for our digital future. Ethereum is open. Everyone, all you need is a wallet, right? And banking, more private internet, a peer-to-peer network, all these different things that Ethereum can offer that improves upon the current system that we have, right? So, but beyond that, I hope you guys got a great understanding from Ethereum of that. Like I said, these are ongoing conversations. I've been learning about Ethereum for 3 years now, right? I'm always learning more about it. I'm always adding layers to my understanding of this because ultimately, guys, these are things that are moving. These aren't just, oh, someone built a building. Wow, look at that. Let's just talk about how the building is. No, like this is a building or a project that's adding on, taking off, moving. They just had a humongous upgrade to their network, completely changing how the network works. That actually just happened 9 days ago. Right. And so that's part of the news I'm going to talk about. But this is a huge world, guys. So let's get into more just like kind of like the sentiment around Ethereum, right? And then I'm going to get into the price analysis of what I think Ethereum can do, where I see it going, right? So Grayscale, if you guys don't know who Grayscale is one of the biggest, along with who we were talking about before, MicroStrategy, yep, and then Grayscale, right? These are different companies that are big publicly traded companies that are getting into crypto, right? And Grayscale is actually a fund, an investment fund you can get into, and they have not only a Bitcoin trust, but they have an Ethereum trust, a complete trust dedicated to just Ethereum. And there's an article that came out saying Grayscale is saying they're seeing a bunch of people who are coming into crypto. Now here's the thing is that a lot of people, what Grayscale is designed for, and a lot of these big companies is they're designed to get institutional investors on board into crypto, right? You're going to go through, if you're an institutional investor with a lot of money, you're going to go through something like Grayscale to get into crypto, right? To like have that sense of security, to have that trust, they know what they're doing. It's a way to get involved, right? And the theory is that a lot of people had is that people, institutions, all these big money coming into crypto, they're only coming here just for Bitcoin. And that's false. That is patently false. And it's proven right here. And the numbers show you is there's a lot of people that Grayscale is saying are coming in that are looking at just Ethereum. They aren't even interested in Bitcoin. They see Bitcoin, they're like, okay, cool, but Ethereum, wait, actually, no, I'm way more interested in Ethereum. And so a Grayscale is a bunch of people coming in just to buy Ethereum, right? And so the crypto boom that's about to come, guys, is not going to be just Bitcoin. There goes way beyond that, and that's why I'm so bullish on Ethereum because I can't bring up prices yet. I'm gonna wait till see at the end. But when we look at the chart, you're gonna see it. But just with all this news and just what the frick Ethereum is, if you've been in crypto and it's like Ethereum has so much potential, and now we're really starting to see that traction. We're starting to seeing some Ethereum applications, some Ethereum, what they call them are dApps, decentralized apps. So we're starting to seeing a lot of very successful Ethereum dApps like Uniswap, like Chainlink, right? And so in the past, Ethereum was always this idea of like, okay, we can build this platform and then the future of crypto can be built here, right? And that was the story of ETH three years ago. But now it's really happening. Things are really being built and it's really getting that traction. And that's what's so exciting. So Grayscale is just continues to pour in more money into the markets. People are looking into Ethereum there. This is absolutely bonkers. Visa is integrating USDC, which is a stable coin, right? That is built on Ethereum. That stable coin, most stable coins that you see out there are built on Ethereum. A stable coin is a smart contract. It says, hey, you pay $1, we'll give you one of these tokens. It's worth $1. We have the dollars in the contracts. Stablecoin projects are smart contracts, right? There's so many applications of smart contracts. Visa is going to use one of those smart contracts called USDC, and it means 60 million merchants gets the ability to accept and pay crypto dollars, which is all going to be sold on the Ethereum network, which means Visa is, hey, banks, we don't need your settlement services. We got Ethereum. And they ain't using Ripple, guys. Sorry, just throw that one in. But this is so huge, guys. And so last thing I want to get into is just about Ethereum sentiment and what's going on with this network and what's so big, guys. Ethereum just upgraded to ETH 2.0. It was launched in 2013, and in 7 years we've been running proof of work, which is similar to Bitcoin. right? Ethereum has been running a system where you have to mine. That is how the Ethereum network was running these smart contracts, was they were doing mining. The same way Bitcoin verifies its transactions was the same way that Ethereum verifies transactions, essentially, not exactly, essentially. And now what they've done with ETH 2.0 is they've realized that that sort of computing and that sort of way of verifying the network is very, very, very secure, but just a little bit slow. And so if you want to build the whole future of the internet, you want to build a virtual machine that allows all these applications to be run on. Example, I know like Visa does something like crazy amount, like 30,000 transactions a second, right? And before, previously, Ethereum wasn't even capable of hitting any close to a number like that, right? Bitcoin as well. I think Bitcoin did 11 transactions per second or something crazy like that. Ethereum was doing something like a small number like that. I don't remember the numbers, but that is why Ethereum is moving to what's called staking. And so now this network will be working like a lot of other crypto networks where you have to stake Ethereum to actually be a person that runs the network. And the minimum validation, I think, is 32 ETH. So if you have, you know, I don't know, it's like 60 grand laying around, you know, you can stake it into ETH. I wanted 32. No, I'm way off on that. I was thinking Bitcoin price, my bad. 32 ETH. Let's just do it in the calculator. 32 ETH times rounded off at 600 ETH. This is what it would cost you US dollars wise, 19 grand. 19 grand to be a staker on a validator on ETH. And that allows you to get rewards, right? And that's just basically the big picture with that. That didn't make any of your sense. Went over your head. Cool, no worries. What ETH 2.0 is, it's making it faster, it's making it better. Simple as that. ETH 2.0 is making Ethereum faster and better, which is going to do what? It's going to allow people to build more dApps, build faster dApps, build more dApps with more power, right? And so what's that? That's just in my head, ding, cha-ching, 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 right? There's so much yet that's being built on Ethereum, and I still am so blown away by the fact that the whole DeFi market is on Ethereum, and you know it's crazy. It is crazy to me, and I think there's a lot of ERC20 tokens out there in this DeFi world. You guys know me, I'm really into DeFi that are going to be very, very valuable, right? Because when I look at this top 10, and this is a personal take, not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion. When I look at Cardano, I'm like, why the hell is Cardano worth $4 billion? They just launched smart contracts last month. Cardano smart contracts. They haven't even had. Oh my god! And they're gonna launch a hard fork. Oh, that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. They're launching DevNet, so it's like when I look at that, and this is like where the technical knowledge of understanding at least just a little bit about computer programming and a little bit about blockchains is understanding, okay, does this blockchain even work? Can I see people using it? Do I know people that are building on it? That's the way I go about it. I don't build on Ethereum, but I know hella people who do. I don't know a single person who's building on Cardano. And you look into it and you realize they're not even have the functionality and capability yet. Maybe if they do, let me know if you're a Cardano investor, you're really into it. I don't know. Update me. But when I look at even like Tron is actually a network that has things being built on it. Actually is a rival competitor in Ethereum that has a working network. Yet there's still nowhere near who's building on Tron. Not a single one of these DeFi platforms in the top 50 are built on Tron. The biggest application, biggest use case for dApps right now, DeFi, not being built on Tron. It's not being built on Cardano. It's not being built on Polkadot. They say that their networks are better. They say their networks are faster. But then there's the real world use of what's actually going on in crypto and the actual amount happening. And like the amount of developers, those are things that numbers don't lie. And so the marketing behind these projects is great. Maybe one day they do actually succeed the capabilities of Ethereum. But they're years behind, honestly, in my opinion. So understanding ETH and just understanding like what it is, and that allows you to not get lost in these other people that want to be ETH, right? ETH is huge, guys. It's so big. And this is I got a little humor here for the mid sesh right before we get into technicals to fill it off, right? You guys just see the Apple. I got AirPods now, like these are the new AirPods or whatever. I don't know why they still call them AirPods, but Apple just launched a new thing, and this is how it is, right, guys? Priorities. Fucking priorities, right? Apple drops their new product. ETH is sitting at $500. Which one are you gonna buy? I know one of them has potential to be worth 4 figures, 5 figures in the future, and it's not this one right here. So let's get into it, guys. Get into ETH technical analysis to wrap this thing up. Let's look at the log chart so we can see that past what happened in the past. I think the log chart, guys, just makes things it brings your scale down. So especially when Bitcoin, when you look at the log chart of Bitcoin, it's so much different. And it just makes it clear. It doesn't change anything. It's just modifying the scale to represent the growth. Otherwise, it looks like this, right? So you can see that past market cycle is a little cleaner with the log scale. And we'll see here, this is a chart that doesn't have a lot of data from the past, but honestly, don't really need it because we haven't even got to that high yet. ETH in the past, right? We were sitting at $7 4 years ago. Jesus Christ. And the all-time high in ETH was $1,400. This was the same high that, when Bitcoin hit, all the crypto market peaked out in December and January of 2017, 2018. So the cool thing about Ethereum is that we haven't even hit this level yet, right? And in Bitcoin, we're seeing we're already at that previous level. Ethereum are sort of lagging behind Bitcoin in that sense, and Bitcoin still does drive the market. Bitcoin is still, let's see, today it's 62% of the market, so Bitcoin still will drive the market. If Bitcoin goes up, the rest of the market goes up. Bitcoin goes down, the rest of the market generally goes down. That's generally true, right? But there are some altcoins, especially the bigger the project. Ethereum is one of them, where it is able to sometimes do its own thing regardless of Bitcoin because it is such a big project and it's earning its own value and earning its own market share in its own right because it's completely different than Bitcoin, right? But just looking at this this weekly time frame here, right? Let's take the log off, and you can see here that that we did have a nice little accumulation here. We had that break of structure. We had that pull up in 2020, just like every other crypto asset has had. 2020, we had that coronavirus crash, and we had $87 Ethereum. Oh my God. You'd be up, yeah, over 5 times right now your investment if you sniped that. Holy cow. Yeah, it was crazy getting ETH at like 200, $100. Like it was actually crazy this summer. Like, and ETH has outpaced Bitcoin in its gains, right? So when we were looking at Bitcoin, we started these sessions, doing these calls, talking about the future of crypto, talking about what the dollar cost averaging, talk about how to build your portfolio. We were looking at Bitcoin here back in the day, this summer when we started doing these. It was sitting at 9,000, it came up to 10. And so 10,000 to here is still at max, even if you snipe the low 8,000 at max, you doubled up a little bit more, right? ETH, if you scooped at that same time period, was sitting at 200 and some change, right? You could have almost tripled up by now, right? We've gone from 200 to 600. So ETH growth, and this is the lure of altcoins, guys. This is the lure of altcoins is because, Bitcoin from 20K to 100K is a 5x, but from Ethereum, from its current price just to a new all-time high is a 3x. So from Ethereum to an all-time high, could be looking at a 10x, a 15x, right? And the further down the market you go with the market cap, the more room they have to grow. 10x's, 100x's are totally possible, right? But Ethereum going forward, I see it having no problem. I see it having no problem at all breaking this all-time high, right? I think Ethereum is just now entering even the mass mindset, even within crypto, of like people really recognizing this as a major player and a force that's not going to just be here for a long time, because a lot of people just look at the crypto world of like, okay, you got Bitcoin and everything else. I look at the crypto world, you got Bitcoin, you got Ethereum, and you got everything else. That's how much I'm so bullish on Ethereum, and on the years and years of research I've done on this, I put 85 to 95% of my portfolio, depending or take where we're at in market cycles, in Ethereum and Bitcoin for a reason. Because in my opinion, if Bitcoin and Ethereum fail, this whole thing fails. They're the only sure bets there are. They're the Apple, they're the Tesla, right? They're the blue chips of the whole crypto world. And Link is getting to that point. It's getting to that point for me. Not quite there yet though. Just need some more time and just more market adoption, things like that. But the blue chips, Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? And why Ethereum it is, we went over that already. It's the future. And so busting down this daily time frame, I was actually I'm gonna hop into a little bit smaller time frame here and show you guys some interesting price action. See your little poke up and the flash crash down. test off that level. It's crazy how then we've just been stacking. You see this nice little candle here, test off that level. This little candle here, test off that level. So definitely Ethereum short term right now is bearish. It is definitely bearish. Um, this is that key range that I'm looking for price to react off of. Same on Bitcoin. There's an accumulation right there. I think it's at 17 on Bitcoin. So $500 for Ethereum, guys. $600 for Ethereum. If you're dollar cost averaging, right? This trade was so beautiful. That 88.6 pullback extended to the right in that range. Oof, and then pulled back. But honestly, these are just short-term intermediate levels. We're not talking about that here on the call. I always talk about if I'm day trading, I'll drop in the QC crypto chat for you guys. But when we're talking about Ethereum and investing long-term, building that portfolio, right? This price action is very healthy, guys. There wasn't a lot of gaps left in here, you know, ranging up, pulling up, again, accumulating, ranging up. This was our little bit of whoa, we're blasting off here. But look at how we came back and filled, you know, pretty essentially most of that price action in. I mean, if anything, we tag these lows, right? We tag these people out and tap here. But you know, this $500 level for me on ETH is, yo, like I'm telling you guys, in a couple of years when you got orders at $500 for ETH, people will be like, "Are you serious?" Like, because guys, that's a triple up just to make an all-time high, and just seeing how price reacted here in the past. So if we were to get back down to $500 ETH, sheesh. But like, yeah, I'm full transparency, guys. I'm always fully transparent with you guys what I'm doing. I've definitely started ramping up my ETH dollar cost averaging a little bit more. Turned my Bitcoin one just a little bit down, and I'm putting up a little bit more ETH now. Just because I see this having so much more potential, especially with ETH 2.0 launching, Grayscale, like people, it's Ethereum has such a bright future, and especially with the whole DeFi being built on top of it. So, guys, where I see Ethereum going, the big grand question after this whole long spiel about Ethereum, you know, I like I said, I see it having no problem breaking the high at 1,500, right? And obviously that $1,000 mark will be a very key level because you know when we did get back here to at that level of 1,000, you know, we were here for a month or so in January, right? And then we really didn't hold above $1,000 too long. We did get to 14 and some change, depends on your broker here. So 1,000 will be a level to watch, but you know once we're holding 1,000 and we're holding that well, you know it looks like you know 2,000, 2,500 are just you know numbers I look at just because they're whole levels, they're quarter levels, right? 2,500 is that big target. Conservatively though, I think 2 grand Ethereum in the next 24 months is all and in the next 12 months. I'm sorry. In the next 12 months. That is my price target for Ethereum. And you're looking at a 4x at $500, but I think 2 grand for Ethereum, easy. That's conservative for me. But that's what I want to give you guys. Just give you guys. I'm not trying to make you guys go sell your fucking house to buy this again. That's what I'm going to leave it off on, guys. I'm going to remind you as always, right? Dollar cost average. Do not just friggin' take a big stack and throw it in this market. That is not a good idea. It's just not. Right? I do talk about this every week. If you're wanting to do what I do, which is to build a portfolio, just to invest my money for the future, to I see there's a couple questions. I'm gonna go through that. To invest your money for the future, to build wealth, you know, to expose yourself to one of the biggest booming industries in the entire world right now. If that's what you want to do, it's really simple, guys. You set up an auto buy, you forget about it, and you think yourself in a few years, right? I'm telling you, so many people like I was on Jason's session today. I'm gonna keep you guys are missing out on those sessions. Jason is also a hodl poppy. He is also talking about portfolio building. I love that within crypto, right? You got the day traders, you got the exchange trading, but the portfolio building is something that's really always appealed to me. And you know, he was talking about the power of dollar cost averaging today. So there's a great session today if you want to go into that. And it's been proven, guys, over time that it's the safest and most effective way to mitigate your risk when entering into crypto. So set up an auto buy, set an amount off the side, 10% of your income, 5% of your income. Shit, maybe you can't even do that. Do $20, you know, $50 a week, whatever that number is for you, and just set it up there and forget about it, guys. Like you will thank me in the future. That's the best way to go about building a portfolio in any market, not just crypto. So I appreciate you guys. That will be it for today. One love, short the banks.